Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Now just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Rolling to his left. He completes it to Beckham. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Odell Beckham with career touchdown number 60. And the Chargers need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A man coming off a washout 2021. It's Travis Etienne. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Etienne once more. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Henderson will try and run for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that first down there and keep this one going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Straight ahead, Etienne. Able to slither by. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you've got a back who's quick and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Etienne up the middle. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so. But maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Lawrence, now this is Etienne on the draw. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third down, here's Etienne. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Lawrence. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines, but incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 43. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And down to the 36-yard line here. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll go again with Etienne. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Going for it, here's Etienne. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
First down for Odell Beckham Jr. We can finally say it, partner. OBJ got his ring. Really fit in with the Rams once he got there and was invaluable in leading them to a Super Bowl victory. Suffered a knee injury in that game, but he's back and ready for an encore in 2022.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Herbert operating from the red zone. He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Here's a give to Etienne. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Second half starts with a run by Etienne. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
I'm ready.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. 64 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Another tote for Etienne. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another 1st down run right there.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A handoff for Etienne. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll run with Etienne, and he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. They'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. All around great play by Devin Lloyd, using his athleticism to get to the backfield and his strength to stop him for a loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert rolling to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Henderson running straight ahead, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Henderson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. Again, it's Henderson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Henderson will try and run for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Henderson will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. They go I formation, fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
This is swung out to Eckler. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up second down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Running on first down, Eckler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw complete there to Beckham. Touchdown! Odell Beckham with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. And that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
ETN up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And
as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert out to his left. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, and they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach...
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play you would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Charger drive about to get going. CD, this is the ideal situation in the 4th quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock, with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
That goes for a gain of 31. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Jags are going to have it here just past the 25. With baseball folks, Charles, they like to talk about the 3 true outcomes, a strikeout, a walk, or a home run. But for this quarterback, it's been the 2 true outcomes here. He's got 4 touchdown passes, but now a 3rd interception.
And it pains you to think that you have to try and tell him to rein it in. But at the same time, you can't just chuck it up there and hope for the best. And old school football coaches will tell you there's 3 true outcomes throwing the ball, and 2 of them are bad.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed. And now here is another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Herbert now.
Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
As our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So, for the Chargers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.